we all begin. Laughter, lessons, journeys unfold. The VM network, let the stories be told. VM network, it's your time to tune in. Stories that connect where we all begin.
You are tuned into Voices of the Art, and I'm your host for this morning, Andile Dube, Matt Dube _Mbuyaz on all social media platforms. We're currently broadcasting live on Voice on the Move network. This morning, coming up, I'm so excited to introduce our guest, summer nominee, songwriter, producer, musician, as well as co-owner of Slick Productions. He goes by the name of Clinton Viljoen. We're going to be speaking about his journey from Ravensmead, said to be one of Cape Town's oldest suburbs, to sharing the stage with some of the biggest names, being Mikasa as well as Brian McKnight. So this is definitely one for the books. If you want to get to know who exactly will be joining us this morning, here's Clinton Viljoen with All About You.
Take you shopping, do something, baby, I don't mind at all. Girl, you deserve it, ain't nothing to it. Allow me to treat you. Cancel all my plans today, I don't want it any other way. As long as I see you happy, pick a movie of your choice, let's get loud and make some noise. Today, it's all about you. Oh, baby, can reach you. Invite me to your world. Take me on a journey with you. Anytime or day, just say, go to your favorite place. Remember, it's all about you. Oh, baby, can reach you. Invite me to your world. Take me on a journey with you. Anytime or day, just say, go to your favorite place. Remember, it's all about you. I guess you're wondering why all of a sudden do I act the way I do. Girl, you deserve it, ain't nothing to it. Allow me to treat you. Cancel all my plans today, I don't want it any other way. As long as I see you happy, I'll cook your food, I'll do your laundry, my baby, don't you worry. Oh, baby, can reach you. Invite me to your world. Take me on a journey with you. Anytime or day, just say, go to your favorite place. Remember, it's all about you. Oh, baby, can reach you. Invite me to your world. Take me on a journey with you. Anytime or day, just say, go to your favorite place. Remember, it's all about you. be with you any time of day. Just say go to your favorite place. Remember, it's all about you.
Hitting a little two-step there. I have no idea what you are doing. Welcome back, and you tuned to Voices of the Art. I'm your host, Andile Dube, Dube _Mbuyazi. We're currently broadcasting live on our various social media platforms, but namely YouTube. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click on the notification bell to get a notification each and every single time we go live. It's Voice on the Move Network. Like I had mentioned, I'm so excited to introduce our guest for this morning. It's Clinton Viljoen. Good morning, Clinton.
Good morning, Andile. Thank you for having me on the show. And yeah, Saturday morning things.
Definitely Saturday morning things. Firstly, I would like to wish you a happy belated birthday.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks so much.
How does Clinton celebrate his birthday?
Oh, I spent it indoors because I was coming down with a little bit of flu. So just horrible, man. But, you know, one of those things you have to face. But yeah, didn't really celebrate. So I think there's a whole month still to do it. So yeah.
Definitely. There's definitely still a whole month. Once again, thank you so much for joining us this morning. So I was going through your catalog, right? And going through your catalog, I would describe you as a passionate musician. And I've noticed that Cape Town has produced some of South Africa's most soulful musician. What do you think is it about the backdrop of Cape Town that cultivates musicians with so much heart and soul?
I think it comes, it comes down as, as known as the mother city. We have that African beat, and it, we would just, coming from Cape Town, it is such an historical place of, with the minstrels and, with the coons and all that, coming from that, and with a Guma beat, and just joyous and just dancing and just letting out a sound that would become your sound later on. And I think it's very dear to me because Cape Town holds so much. That's why a lot of people say, "Hey, you're from Cape Town?" I said, "Yeah." Oh, you guys can sing and this and that. So I think we are really blessed and to have that. But all in all, around the whole country, there's so much talent out there. It's just undiscovered. But I think, Cape Town, we don't make it a secret that, listen, we're coming out, we're coming to perform, we're coming to be, to make our presence known. And I think that is what it holds for me, as a Cape Townian, is that it brings everybody, almost everybody can sing in Cape Town. If you walk to this corner, you walk to that corner, there's always maybe somebody standing on the corner doing a little bit of harmony and like a little Boyz II Men here and the Silk and Temptations there. And I think it also happened with the shows of Cat and the Kings, that they used to have at St. Joseph Stone Auditorium. So there's this thing where you have, it's always producing, and okay, now I want to be like this one, I want to be like that one, I want to sound like this one, and that's how it, that's what Cape Town holds as artists, for us. I mean, I speak for myself because every story is different. So that's how I That's how I saw it, you know.
So you mentioned that almost everyone can sing in Cape Town, has that musical bug, which I've noticed that myself because I've traveled Cape Town quite a few times. Do you think that's what makes it a bit difficult for musicians to break through in Cape Town? Because I see them moving either out the country or moving to Joburg for sort of a breakthrough.
I think Cape Town, because Cape Town is small in a sense of Cape, like the city. You know, Cape Town. If you come from the Cape Flats, you know, so hey, it's a joy. You know, it used to be a joy when you go to, hey, I'm going to town. You know, going to the waterfront. You know, so those are things that um, um, you know, when you know, when I wasn't privileged to go anywhere at any time. So those were the things that actually used to be the highlight for me. And I think just to come back to your question, is that Cape Town is so small. So there's so many musicians, there's so many artists, there's so many, you know, just gifted performers. And I think there's not really something in place when it comes to um, I see us picking up now with, you know, with Mr. Gaten McKenzie doing his thing, you know. I see things are happening now where, you know, like with the arts and culture and stuff like that, you know, so that's picking up a lot where there's a lot of shows. So I think we just that hungry to want to get more and want to get exposed in other cities and in other places. And it's also good to also get exposure in other cities. But it would be amazing. I mean, if I could have this in Cape Town, what I have now, it really, you know, I mean, the ocean, the sea, you know, the mountain, you
Yeah.
know, the traffic, you know.
Yes, the
So,
traffic.
um, yeah, so basically that is, I think it becomes too small for everybody to be in one placement because there's that's why, and I think it's important. It's very important as artists and musicians that you travel. The moment you start traveling, it's so important for you to travel because why? That broadens and that opens your whole mindset of where you see yourself in maybe 5 years' time, where you see yourself as a brand and what you would like to do. So I think that is why the artists leave Cape Town. But you know, home will always be a home.
Definitely, home will always be home. Talking about home, take us back to Ravensmead, which is your birthplace. I would like to know how that particular culture and community shaped the artist that you are today.
You know, there's one thing for me that always stood out as a Ravensmead boy. I don't know. Um, for y'all, that's, you know, that's listening, that's tuned in. You know, there used to be a certain gentleman by the name of Canary. So Canary he was just one of those, you know, he was a big respected, well respected. I think he was a gangster in his, you know, in his prime, in his days. But you know, always he always, when I used to walk past him, and like he's like, uh Captain, give me a 5 rand, man. Captain, and that was his, and that was that was his word. Captain, give me a 5 rand, man, or sing a song then, man. You know, then you don't have to give the 5 rand, man. So I was like, you know, those are the fond memories of Ravensmead for me. And you know, like the carnivals, and because I used to perform at a couple of carnivals, you know, competitions, and yeah, I won some, you know, and it was just an amazing thing for me. Ravensmead Tiervlei. Okay, it's obviously it's not the same right now as, because you know, as time evolved and things evolved, gangsterism evolved, man, and that's just one thing that that is not the same, you know, anymore in Ravensmead. But um, I mean, if you look at the likes of Vernon Philander, them, you know, Alfonso Thomas, cricketers, it is really amazing, what can come out of Ravensmead. And there's such, it tells, everybody, like I said, everybody has their own story to tell. And I remember these fond memories of Ravensmead,
Yeah.
my beloved Mead. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're definitely one of those amazing musicians and talents that came from those humble beginnings. So let's talk about the fact that in many of your previous conversations, right, you mentioned
Yeah.
that you were inspired by musicians that are more international, your Michael Jackson, your Lionel Richie. Why do you think that's the case for many musicians, that they look more international than local? And how do you think that we could change that?
I think with it's only now that I see a lot of these music schools and um, you know where the artists can basically sharpen their craft and basically just get better at it and educate themselves. So for me, it is. I think when I was growing up, there wasn't that facility, in terms of because I'm self-taught, I play by ear, and I can't read music to save my life. So, so please don't test me. I will fail. So yeah, basically, I'm just grateful that those things are in place now, and I think the sound of the musicians back then, like the legends back then. We had our Richard John Smith, and we had our may the soul rest in peace. Bones Delight. Of the Rockets, and I think the sound overseas always used to, because we were exposed to radio. I mean, radio was very visible and always present in our lives. That I think back then the international music was played a lot on the radio, and I think those were you almost wanted to sound like Michael Jackson. You almost wanted to sing like Brian McKnight. You almost wanted to sing like Stevie Wonder. And I think that is what we as a people and as artists started to listen to. And okay, I wanna sound like Pastor Jonathan DeBose, on the guitar, and I wanna perfect my tone. So I think it is they were exposed to, because in the States, there's a lot of music schools, and Berkeley, and just if I could have gone to a Berkeley back then or whatever, who knows where I would have been now. I'm just saying. So those things is what actually I think we got schooled as to how it's done, and we tapped. I think SA tapped into it. So that's where we basically started to that's where our musicians, that's why I sang songs of Brian McKnight, and I won competitions, but because I was that was my thing. Michael Jackson was my thing, because the man could dance. I haven't seen anybody from SA dance like Michael Jackson. I'm just saying, at the time when I discovered him, or like when I saw the how many thousands stadiums that was sold out, and what I said, I want to be like that. I want to be able to I want the world to hear and to know of my music and my craft. So I think that's why we tap more into the international sound that's out there. So I mean, I could remember there's some of our artists in Cape Town and in our country that sound exactly like a specific artist, or a particular artist. So we can do it as well. So I just think that when you get the bass line from the Gap band, when you hear some Earth, Wind and Fire, those things were just laid. The platform was just laid, and for us to just to have those sounds and to have those instruments. Now we can have this nice instruments that that's on the market with all this where you get endorsements and stuff like that. So I think that helps a lot for you as an artist. So yeah.
So you mentioned that if you were more scholared in terms of music, you might have, who knows where you might have been or where you might be at this present moment. But someone is looking at you. There's a musician out there looking at you and wants to be exactly like you. And it's just like, you know what? My talent will speak for itself as it has for you. What would you say to that musician? Especially some of them are just like maybe have the idea that, you know what, it's a waste of money going to school for music. Some families would also not really push their kids who are in the field of art to go to school
Yeah.
because they believe that it's a waste of money. What would you say to that musician or that artist out there?
I would say that not everything revolves around money for me personally, because you can go and study a certain subject, whatever, or field that you want to do, or if you want to study theory, if you want to get into theory, that's a plus. It is definitely a plus. So if you don't have the money for it, it's okay. Learn to play additional instruments. If you're a vocalist, learn to play instruments, other instruments, whether it be bass, whether it be piano, whether it be guitar. But if you have the money to go and study, in depth of your instrument that you are busy perfecting, and that is your primary how can I say, instrument, always add more instruments to your life. So if you don't feel that your voice is up to for today, whatever, to go and sing, whatever it is, that obviously people know you for your voice, obviously people know you for your guitar, but if you can play the little sax here, you can play the piano there, whatever, just showcase your talent in different ways. So get better at your craft. Never stop perfecting your craft, because it never stops. It's a continuous, it's a cycle that continues. You need to loosen those fingers on the strings. You need to, do your vocal warm-ups. You need to know your pentatonic scales. You need to know your diminished chords. You need to know your majors, your minors. You need to know all these things. But that only comes with you sitting with it. Sometimes it doesn't revolve around money to get those things done. But if you have the money, I suggest that you go and apply that to your craft, because it will make you a better musician and artist after all.
Yeah, if you just tuned in now, this is Voices of the Art. And today we are joined by the Summer nominee, producer, songwriter, musician, as well as co-owner of Slick Productions, Clinton Viljoen. Clinton, there is a clip that I would like you to take a look at, and for us to have a conversation about it after.
Okay. I hope it's
It's undeniable that we should be together. It's unbelievable how I used to say that I fall never. The basics just need to know if you don't know just how I feel. And let me show you now that I'm for real. If all things in time will reveal. Everyone in the house say one. You're like a dream come true. Two, just wanna be with you. Three, girl, it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. And four, repeat steps 1 through 3. 5, make you fall in love with me. If ever I believe my work is done, then I'll start back at 1. Yeah, it's so incredible the way things work themselves out, and all emotional once you know what it's all about. Hey, and undesirable for us to be apart. Never would have made it very far. 'Cause you know you've got the keys to my heart. 'Cause one, you're like a dream come true. 2, just wanna be with you. 3, girl, it's plain to see.
That was Clinton Viljoen
Oh my
cover
days.
of Back at One. I'm sure there is so many emotions going through you at this moment, especially looking back at your 2013 self. What is going through your mind, as well as what do you wish that the 2013 Clinton knew at that moment that you know now?
I would say how to how to how to treat others, how to treat others, and as a reflection, to never burn bridges, and at the same time, yeah, I wish I was still that, you know what I'm saying? But mainly to respect your craft, and to, I think, to have written more songs, and not to look at the stumble blocks like down the drain, and to face your fears. I think that is what as a 2013 Clinton would have wanted, and to to do it back then, and to take things by the horns, and confront them en route to what you want to be, and where you want to go, and to always learn about the business side of music, so that you cannot be screwed over going forward. You as an artist, so as an artist what is in it for you, what works, for both parties. And I would say the 2013 Clinton would have, obviously, looking back at that video, I was just so excited to put some stuff onto YouTube. And for people to go onto YouTube and see my channel. So I think content creation, I would have wanted to create more content at that time. I would have wanted to, yeah, it all came with time.
Yeah.
It all came with time. So I think, because when I see, sometimes, when I see these celebrities moving in, in the vehicles and get out of the vehicle, and they have this, the constant team with them, filming them and just recording them. And yeah, so myself and my producer and I, Mr. Kinetic Torch, we spoke about that. You need to have that content creators right there with you, even you as the brand, because as you move around, you are a brand. Everywhere you are, you see yourself. Everywhere people see you, you are a brand. But I think that is what I would have, looking back at that video. Where did you get this? Okay, obviously YouTube, but I haven't looked at my channel in a while. Oh my days.
Yes. But on the positive end, what do you wish you had now that the Clinton back then had?
On the positive end, what do I wish I had now?
Mm-hmm.
I would say, well, we don't look back. We never look back in life. We can just, I think we can just look forward. So I just think, yeah, my late father, I would say my late father, I would have wanted him to be, to experience all these things, I would say, because my mom is very proud of me as to what I do, and and my granny them, and my aunt them, my daughter as well. She's also very proud of what I do. But I say, I've lost my dad about just over a month ago, and we didn't have the greatest relationship, growing up. And it's always so good for a father to see their children, or their son or their daughter, children, of course, excel in life. So I think I would have loved to have had him around for longer, and just to prove to him and show. I don't know if that answers your question. I don't know if I'm going a bit off, but yeah. So I just think, I wish I had my pops around, longer. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does definitely answer my question. And it also speaks to what you had mentioned, that it's relationships are so important. Just to
Yeah.
sum it all up, how important relationships are. And it's something that you shouldn't take for granted, which is an
Yeah.
absolute important lesson. Now let's go into more exciting news. Not that it wasn't exciting, but
Yeah. Let's kill
let's
that noise.
shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. But condolences to you and your family regarding your loss. But I'm sure that he is definitely, definitely proud of you and sees the hard work that you've put in. What a blessing. What an absolute
Thank you so
blessing.
much, Andile. Thank you.
Yeah. Now let's go into your new baby, Slick Productions. Is it fine if I
Yeah.
call it your new baby, right? Slick Productions.
Well, it's a collaborative thing, so yeah, it is. It
Yes,
is.
yes, yes. So you recently, not recently, but you are now a co-owner of a record label that
Yes.
has that has the that has taken some of the most talented young individuals under its wing. But before we speak about the particular production company, as well as those artists, It's a production company that is housed in Pretoria. Why did you choose that particular location instead of maybe Cape Town? And how does it align with the ethos of your production company?
Okay, so I was based in Sun City Resort. I was based in Sun City Resort for 11 years as um, a resident artist, and it is just, the deal just seemed, you know great for me at that time, because um, having to perform on South Africa's Vegas, basically, resort, and just away from, because I love nature as well. So I love the greenery, I love, the bush. And I think it was an ideal time for me to have been there. And I've built myself, I slowly started picking up, and built myself up from the ground, and I think because I met my partner Samantha Bosch, and we started speaking about opening a record label, and because she is also based in Pretoria, and I said to myself, maybe it's um, because I was still wanting to do work for, like Sun City and like Sun International, if the opportunity arises, or like presented itself. So I was basically just, I think Pretoria um, was the ideal place. Cape Town would have been nice to have done it, but I don't. I wanted to, how can I say, not shutting out Cape Town or anything like that, but I'm just saying I was based here, this side, for the longest, for, I think, yeah, like I said, for 11 years. And like most of my clientele were based this side, like in the Joburg area, Joburg, Pretoria. And I just thought that that it's the perfect place to open, at Route 21 Corporate Park. And I think it was, first and foremost, it's very easy to find, and the location, like the building itself, was great. So I don't think that it like I said, not shutting out Cape Town or anything or whatever, as to why the studio or the production company is based. So it's merely because I've been this side for the longest. And although I do go to Cape Town, should I get booked? I don't know. People don't want to book me in Cape Town. I don't know. They don't want to book me. I don't know what's happening. Don't they want their boy to perform for them? But hopefully when the opportunity comes,
Yeah.
I will definitely be that side, as well. Because I've had a lot of people asking me, Clinton, when are you performing in Cape Town? We're planning a trip. We're planning a trip to Cape Town to, like a show, like a road show, and that's all on the cards. So
That's quite surprising.
yeah.
I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised. Um, so record labels don't have the best reputation, especially, I mean, as someone that's been a part of the music industry for a couple of years now. I'm sure you've heard some of the rumors about record labels, or maybe you've seen it yourself, some of the challenges as an artist
Yeah.
that you face with with a particular record label. So, what made you brave enough to open up a record label with that is attached to so much negativity, as well as why Why the challenge, for a lack of better words?
You know what? Andile, I can tell you this, that wanting to open a record label, I didn't know them. I didn't know the what comes, the perks and what comes with, and the shots that will be fired at, at a record label and this, that. I've recently on documentaries, I've seen how, what's been happening with regards to the record label, or the record labels. So for me, I would say my personal thing is merely to produce artists that I know have the talent, and not just the talent, but also, it's also not what you know, it's who you know in the business. That's what I believe and I came to know. You can be how talented, but it's who you know. Let us just be real about that. And I think I took this opportunity, and I didn't know that. Look, I didn't know that record labels don't make money. That's the thing now. Record labels, like record labels don't make money now, because the streaming platforms, and that's out, and you would want to get that return of investments back in some form or way that that's been put on the table for you. The opportunity so we wanted to basically create an opportunity for an artist, to say that it's a give and take. No, not a give and take. It's like a hand, like I'll wash your back, you wash, like you wash my back. I got your back, basically. And it's merely to do with what the artist can produce and what we put out for the artist, to share his gifts and his talents with the world. So we will push on our side. We will push, do as much as what we can do as a record label. But you as an artist, as the brand, also need to do your part in terms of make sure people know, people know who X, Y, and Z is. People know that's why we have a website. So I would come in and say, for me personally, it's merely not just to make money. No. I believed in my craft. I wanted to get my music out there first. So my partner and I, we started first with just me as the artist. And we were going to go with that. And we were going to go with that. And I was going to, get my own music out and this and that. As you've heard, some of the one of the two singles that I've released now. So, and later on, we had more people that came in. So then it became a bit of a team, so we started having more artists. And that is where things started to take shape. So basically, I would say Sleep Production. We started Sleep Productions basically based on me as an artist, as Clinton, because I'm singing cover versions and stuff like that. It's nice and this and that, put the bread on the table, yeah, for sure. But I want to get my music out and this and that. So I think that's where we started at the base, a base plate, or just as a company. And from there on, we would take things further. But what happened to other people in the other record labels, I'm sorry, I have no part in that. But we do some things different on our side, and we vow to be there for the artist. That's what we do.
Yes, it's definitely important. I see the value of an artist being aligned with the record label. because you get to learn things that you might not have learned, and you get to be nurtured the right way. Still tuned into Voices of the Art. Thank you so much to Sent. Good morning, my favorite YouTube channel, VM Network. Thank you so much for that. Looking gorgeous. I absolutely appreciate that. The studio looks different. Yes, we've switched up a little bit, loving the new looks, loving the new look and the good work. Always delivering great music every Saturday. And that's definitely true. Clinton sounds so much like Brian McKnight. Yes, he does, but he also has his own unique flavor to that. Absolutely amazing musician, multifaceted musician, producer, songwriter, also co-owner of Slick Productions that we are speaking to this morning. Once again, we are broadcasting live. It's a Voice on the Move Network. Please, on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, click on the notification bell to get a notification each and every single time we go live. So, Clinton, let's speak about the absolute talent that you've signed to Slick Productions. I was able to listen to some of their music, and I can tell you that you have not made a mistake. But for you, what made you believe in their talent, and how are you nurturing it?
Okay, I think as a collective, we all started. So we signed Keenan and Keanu. Keenan and Keanu was one of our first artists that we signed. So Keenan and Keanu are the sons of my very good friend Edward Adams and his wife Geraldine. Back then, Geraldine Daniels, but Geraldine Adams. Otherwise, I'm gonna hear this for the rest of my life. Because Adams Clinton. So, so basically, we sang in a gospel group together. Myself, Edward, and Geraldine. So we were in a gospel group together. And if I have to date back, you know, as to what we were speaking about Ravensmead, also, you know, those were my earlier years that I spoke about the Canary thing. And then, you know, as teenager, I met this gentleman by the name of Edward Adams. And he's the reason who I am today as well, because he took me under his wing. And basically he taught me a couple of guitar chords here and there, you know, a couple of chords here and there, and also taught me to drive. So yeah, the first brave man to let me jump, you know, behind the wheel, and they take it away. So I think that is where the connection between our new signees, to put it like that, or like artists, Keenan and Keanu. So Keanu is the baby, and Keenan is the big brother, only by 2 years. I know they normally have that. Yeah, who's the older brother? And you know, but it's only 2 years apart. So then they came, you know, they came along, and with the sound of today and what the youngsters, I mean, they call me an OG. I'm like, guys, don't do that, man. Don't do that. You know, don't do that. I mean, you know, I'm young at heart. I'm young at heart. I'm still young. You know, I'm only 43. You know, so, but they're like, oh snap, OG. We need to work on this. We need to work on this. We need to work on it. I said, oh my days. Okay, so it is so awesome to work with the two of them. They are currently in Cape Town, and you know, they will, you know, eventually they will join us again, you know, to be part of us at the studio. So they're also busy working and doing the thing on that side,
Okay.
you know, while we get things in place this side. Yeah, also because there's a coffee shop as well, you know, at the studio. So there's a lot of attention put into that. My partner, Samantha Bosch, she is all in there, you know, so it's a bit, it's busy there, you know, it's busy with the podcast that's also happening, and there's just a lot going on, just a lot gone on, as we would
Yes.
say at the studio, you know. So yeah, and then we signed Slick Zere. Slick Zere, you know, he reminds me of you know, your youngster, you know, youngster, aka youngster CPT, aka then he still brings that raw, you know, that 90s 2000 sound, you know, and also talented, you know. I believe the man can sing as well, so, you know, multi-talented, you know, there as well. So he is the son of Samantha Bosch, sister. Yeah, he is Samantha Bosch's sister's son. So you see how the, you know, how the family, and there's history, you know, there's a connection. So to me, Keenan and Keanu is basically, they my blood, you know, because they my fam. Because I've known them since they weren't born yet, and I've known them since they were here. So those are the two artists that we you know, that we signed, and we have a lot of people that, you know, that's wanting to join the label, and so I think it's great to have the younger ones with us, to let us not get left behind.
Yeah.
And that's a plus for us, because we've worked on amazing music together. Slick Zere is about to drop a single called Picture Me Rolling, and it also features Keanu on it, on the vocals. And I have to say, boy oh boy, they are super talented and amazing. As, like you said, we didn't make a mistake. So yeah, you know, we are on the up, and as long as we can, you know, if our sound can you know, motivate others, and feel, if the feel good sound that we bring that others can resonate with or relate to, you know, we are more than welcome to, you know, we have our, like I said, our studios out in Route 21 Corporate Park. Pull up, come check the studio, see what we got. We have a drum tracking drum room, we have piano tracking room, we have podcasts, we have, you know, and we have some great coffee.
Yes, definitely pull up. I've heard the production level is top notch. Trust me, you're not making a mistake by giving Slick Productions your ear and a chance, and definitely a place where I would, if I was a musician, would want to be a part of what is going to be an absolutely amazing family. Let's talk about your latest release, Waiting. I was actually jamming to it in the morning. Absolutely love that track. So share with us what inspired that particular song, and for the first time listener, what can they expect to feel and hear when they listen to that track?
Okay, first and foremost, big ups to our amazing producer by the name of Mr. Kinetic Torch, Mpumelelo Mbokani. He goes by a lot of names. Laylo, he goes by Laylo as well. But I think Kinetic Torch on the money. That is his name. So Kinetic Torch. He stands on his business, and so he made this awesome beat, and I always have my guitar with me in studio. So I would sit with the guitar, and I would run through a couple of chords, and that's how we came about. And Keanu jumped on board. Actually, Keenan and Keanu, but mostly Keanu jumped on board. And Keanu has this thing, man. Keanu has this thing of writing some amazing hooks. He's got this thing of you need to listen to this again, man. So that's why we didn't make a mistake by signing him. So they came through. He came through on the pen, and and Keanu co-wrote "Waiting with Me," and it is just that. I said, this is that drop top song where you drive around Camps Bay, or Chapman's Peak, or even if you're on a bicycle, somewhere around, and you have those speakers, or even those guys with the Harleys, with those speakers, that there's got the music, blasting. So that is that kind of feel good song. You just laid back, just chilled. It is, for me, it's that Alfonso Hunter, kind of vibe, Horace Brown, that feel good. So I think it's inspired by those sounds. So you see how it dates back to what we were speaking in the beginning as to, that international sound. And I think putting that in perspective in writing it also as to what your everyday love song is about. And I've been waiting for this a long time.
Absolutely love that. Any last words? And for someone who cannot get enough of Clinton, where can we follow you?
Please follow, like, share my page. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I need to up my numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Please share the videos, share the content, and they can hit me up on those socials. And also, we as Sleek Productions, we have a web page where you can, where you want to inquire about the artist, you want to pricing, or like studio time, you want to check out the studio, or just all in all want to know more about us, you can go on to www.sleek, SLEEK productions.africa, and we'll have everything there on the menu. Everything's on the menu there for you. And just be on the lookout. I'll be performing, for those of you that's in Joburg, whatever, I'll be performing at Glendower Golf Estate. Glendower Golf, I think it's an estate. So I'll be performing at the clubhouse tomorrow from 12 till 4. So if you're in the area, pull up. I'll be at Catsy's, the 16th, with Brent Harris band, and I'm around. I'll be doing a lot of corporate functions as well. So please check my socials to see where I'll be performing, and share the page with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was our guest for this morning, Clinton Viljoen, summer nominee, producer, songwriter, musician, as well as co-owner of Sleek. It's SLEEK Productions.Africa if you want to get to know more about that particular production house. Thank you so much once again for joining us again. I am so happy for some of the reception that we've been getting. And I see that we have a returning viewer sent. Please do send us your email so we can thank you for being here every single Saturday. You don't miss a show. So tell a friend to tell a friend. You also must not miss a show. And if you are a musician or an artist wanting a platform to speak about your particular unique journey within the industry, it's a studio, STUDIO, at vmradio.co.za. Once again, igama lami Andile wakadube matube _Mbuyazi on all social media platforms. And this is Clinton Viljoen with Waiting.
Don't know what I would do if I never found you. Before I was seeing blues. Now I have sunny days because I'm with you. Girl, you light up my mood. And you don't need to ask to tell you the truth. Girl, I'm in love with you. Still in love with you. I've been waiting for this long time. It's so good to have you by my side. All my life I've tried to see the light. Now that I got you, I won't leave you behind. You turned my bad times into good time. When our pictures together, girl, you're my good sign. And I can't deny, girl, you are a dime. Cause when things start getting rough, you are unsteady. When I was trying to find love, and then you found me when I was lost in my ways, scared of change. Since I'm in your arms, I never felt the same. And I don't want to miss this time. Cause since you came away, don't worry, babe, my love remains. I've been waiting for this long time. It's so good to have you by my side. All my life I've tried to see the light. Now that I got you, I won't leave you behind. Know what I would do if I never found you. Before I was seeing blues. Now I have sunny days because I'm with you. Girl, you light up my mood. And you don't need to ask to tell you the truth. Girl, I'm in love with you. Still in love with you. When I was trying to find love, and then you found me when I was lost in my ways, scared of change. Since I'm in your arms, I never felt the same. And I don't want to miss this time. Cause since you came away, don't worry, babe, my love remains. I've been waiting for this long time. It's so good to have you by my side. All my life This is what you do to me, lady. I've been waiting for